What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Punch Drunk Nerd, the podcast where three friends, three amigos, three bambinos come together to talk about nerd shit. It's me, Luis Gonzalez, and with me is
Miguel Sanchez
and Deadpool.
And every week we talk about the news. We do a feature discussion, and then we talk about what we're into. It could be watching movies, TV, reading, music. That's pretty much it. This week, the Oscar nominations came out, so we're going to talk about those. There's some snubs, some whatever, some predictions. But we also have a feature discussion. Now, usually in our feature discussion, we talk about a movie or we do our ranking of some sorts. This week, Miguel has graced us with his own feature discussion that we're going to have a ball with. So, but why don't you wait till we get there? Again, if you want to jump to a certain point in the podcast, we have it in the description below. If you're watching on YouTube, you can just jump right to that portion. But we're going to start off with the news. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the news of Punch Drunk Nerd. I'm Luis Gonzalez, and with me is...
Did we do this?
Yes, we did.
Twice.
I had to make up for it last week when I didn't do it. Okay, so let's not beat around the bush. The Oscar noms came out, and thoughts? What do you want? I'm Ed. Why don't you take this? Because this is
okay. All right. Well, tell you what. Yes, there were some major snubs that is blowing up the internet right now. But let's quickly discuss those major categories. First off, let's do Best Picture. I'm just going to list them off, and then let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah.
Good. All right. Best Picture. American Fiction, Anatomy of a Fall, Barbie, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, Poor Things, and The Zone of Interest.
There you go.
Sorry, just real quick. Did the Oscars put them in alphabetical order, or did you do that?
I did it in my mind, like Rain Man.
Okay. All right.
No, it is.
I was like, yeah, yeah.
It's alphabetically. And I guess that's the same with like last names of the people who were nominated later.
That's
on.
how they do it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like I'm learning something.
Hey.
I didn't know that either. That's a neat little thing.
Any comments?
So you know what I mean? Like if you're Zone of Interest and they just said Anatomy of a Fall, you're like, okay, well, I still have a chance. You know what I mean?
Right, yes.
Yeah, as they're announcing it?
Yeah, they get to Maestro and they haven't said Barbie, you're like, shit.
Yeah, like they pass M and they're just like, oh, wait.
Oh, sorry, Bradley.
We're not getting updated.
Saltburn waits. Oh, we're at Poor Things. It's okay. We still have a chance.
We got a
Zone of Interest. Fuck.
Damn it. If I was one of those movies that began with an A, All of Us Strangers, that didn't get any nominations, which we'll find out. But that one was kind of like a front runner for a lot of people for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor with Andrew Scott, and Best Supporting Actor, which we'll get to obviously with Paul Mescal. But yeah, All of Us Strangers didn't make, but that is a full 10.
It was
that's
one of my favorite movies of the year. I couldn't believe it wasn't nominated.
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite moment?
We're talking about
All of Us Strangers.
All of Us Strangers,
Paul Mescal,
right? Yeah,
and the guy from.
It was at one point when this guy was like, when Paul Mescal went like, "Oh hi,"
that was a good moment.
The other person was like, "I don't know you."
And that camera shot where it was just like trucking to the left, to the right. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like it was really good.
I mean, the visual language in this one was
out of control. I feel like these are, this makes sense, right? All the best pictures. This is what we've been talking about for the most part. Like, they landed where
really
no real.
There are bigger snubs in other categories, I think.
Yeah,
like, this feels pretty, like, I think with 10, you just, like, you kind of get them all. You're like, okay, we got
it.
Right.
I would say American Fiction, I didn't really have on my radar, and I felt like it kept coming up and up, especially as the lead actor kept getting attention. But the fact that it got Best Picture for, included, I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to watch that.
One I haven't seen out of this list.
And you guys know me, I'm not rushing to see these movies, but like this is the one that I'm like, okay, I would see that movie. Like,
I saw the trailer and it looks kind of fun. I was
it does look good. Yeah,
I didn't realize this is what.
I like Jeffrey Wright. Jeffrey Wright's great.
It only just came to theaters around here, so I kind of have like a list, and it turned out to be a timing thing. And Zone of Interest was an hour and 45 minutes, which was
I mean, I can get on board with that.
Yeah,
you have a short window to see a movie?
Yeah, I'm just going to hop out and go see that Holocaust movie. I'll be right back. Don't worry.
I'll come back the same person I was when I left. Don't worry.
Best director, Ed. What else we got with best director?
All right. So, yeah, alphabetically, Jonathan Glazer from The Zone of Interest, mixing it up a bit. Yorgos Lanthimos, Poor Thing.
Fuck! Why? I'm already done. Right, Christopher Nolan? I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Not there yet. Not there yet.
I was like, man, you didn't like Poor Things? I thought you did.
It's last name alphabetical. Yeah.
Martin Scorsese, Killers of the Flower Moon, and Justine Triet for Anatomy of the Fall.
Okay.
Of A Fall, sorry.
So no Greta. No Greta Gerwig.
Oh, talking about snubs. I mean, the internet was very upset about this today.
Yeah.
I do kind of...
Which was also a big one. I thought Celine Song.
Oh, yes. Lives. Yes, I agree.
And then for me, Bradley Cooper, too. But this was a very tight race. And Miguel, you're making that face, and I want to just kiss it. But yeah, no, Greta Gerwig for sure. I think
I saw a tweet just before we came on that was like quoting, "Oh, I can't believe Greta Gerwig didn't get the nomination," and then they put the picture of Don Draper in Mad Men where he's like, "That's what the money was for," and I was like, "Oh." Gotta fuck off. I mean, like, I was cracking up, but also, like, I am genuinely surprised. Like, I'm one of those people that's like, wow, that's kind of amazing that Greta Gerwig didn't get a nomination. You know what I mean? Her movie, you know what I mean, is up for Best Picture. You know what I mean? But she couldn't be nominated. And we'll talk about some more snubs.
I feel like
I'm very pro Barbie.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that movie works so well in part because of mostly because of her direction, her choice, her writing and choices that she made with Noah Baumbach and her collaboration with Margot. And obviously we were talking about, I mean, there's a lot of outpouring for that. Not that anything's going to change. It's not going to be like, yeah, well, we'll bump off one of these directors or,
yeah.
But, it's a shame. And it would have been a fun mix up.
It's a lot of movies. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, yeah. I mean, it's a tough race. I wasn't expecting Justine Triet to be nominated, but I'm glad she was. And Jonathan Glazer could have taken or leave, left, whatever. But I'm
trying to make this director serious. You know what I mean? It's a lot of good movies, and I think what she achieved in Barbie that's a very difficult tone to harness, you know. And many people try to do it. Many people go over the top, and I think she found a very sweet spot. That's very difficult directing.
Absolutely.
Best actress. What we got here?
Let's go.
Best actress. Annette Bening for Nyad.
Have you seen that movie? Nyad?
But
I did. It was like my second or third favorite movie of the year.
What was your favorite scene in Nyad?
When first off, Annette Bening, a star. Okay, absolutely should have been nominated. The way, the way some of the shots, you know what I mean? Like it created like a visual language. I think it was kind of unheard of. You know what I mean?
I agree. Yeah.
And I mean,
I hate you guys.
I know Annette Bening is the one getting the shine right now, but those co-stars were phenomenal.
Name the one co-star.
We don't have to get into the semantics, Ed. You know what I mean? Like I enjoyed the movie, but move on.
Okay, so we also got Lily Gladstone, right? Killers of the Flower Moon.
No,
should I continue?
Yes, yeah.
I wouldn't because that's the end.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's tough. Yeah, she's. This
is a great category.
Sandra Hüller for Anatomy of a Fall, Carey Mulligan for Maestro, and Emma Stone for Poor Things. Ooh. Also my favorite. Remember, this was my cop-out category.
Yeah, I do.
Happy with any of these. But yeah, man. Yeah, go ahead.
I was blown away because I totally forgot that Emma Stone has won an Oscar previously. Like I was like, oh, if Lily Gladstone gets it, which I want, that would be kind of sucky because Emma Stone totally deserves an Oscar. I forgot she has one already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Then that kind of cemented, I love Emma Stone. Lily Gladstone is the way to go for me personally. You know what I mean?
So.
Second best, Annette Bening. You know what I mean? But Lily Gladstone. Come on.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Ed, any thoughts? I know you're bursting from the seams.
No, I'm just going to list the ones that were vying for that last spot. I think everybody else was mostly set in stone. But Margot Robbie, Natalie Portman for May December, and Greta Lee for Past Lives. Like I said, it's another tight race, and I would have been happy for any of them to win or be nominated. I was surprised Margot Robbie or Greta Lee didn't get it. I mean,
totally.
Natalie Portman was great, but in a stacked category, she would have been the first to go.
Let me say this about Natalie Portman. Actually, I don't want to give anything away, but Natalie Portman is one of those actors that if she goes a year and doesn't get nominated, it's she's Natalie Portman. You know what I mean?
This is kind of
I'm not worried about her.
And Annette Bening, I feel like the Oscars have a real problem getting over just always trying to, and I guess it goes into the whole ageist thing too. But I don't know. I feel like we're always trying to just honor whatever fucking role for an older generational actor. As opposed to rewarding something more new or different, just somebody who hasn't been celebrated before. And Annette Bening, similarly to Natalie Portman, is I feel like she's kind of like Meryl Streep. It's she just has to do a role,
and she gets it.
Of course she's great.
I've said that about the last 5 Annette Bening roles. She could just get nominated.
I don't know. But I hadn't seen Naiad, so maybe it's the best fucking role of the year. And
Miguel loves it. You should watch it.
I'll talk to you about it later.
But yeah, no, I mean, Greta Lee, that performance was so fucking good. It made that movie, and
Luis was really talking that movie up last week or so.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of I don't know. Do I want to see this now?
Yes.
I was saying that, you guys give me those recommendations. I'm the audience in these moments. I'm oh, maybe I should fucking watch that movie.
Yeah.
That sounded kind of good.
I'm always afraid to hype things up because then it's it means it. I liked it personally, and then when other people, they're well, I was waiting for that moment to lock in.
Yeah.
When people hype it up, and you're where's the moment? Where's the moment? And then it doesn't happen, and then you feel bad for.
If either one of you is telling me this is a really good movie, it's not hype. You know what I mean? I'm just well, they said it was good. I want to watch it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I trust you.
Every movie.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say for Margot Robbie, first off, kind of a snub, but also wild that we live in a world where we're going, the lead actress in the Barbie movie didn't get an Oscar nomination. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the world I want to live in. That it was that caliber of performance that we're surprised that the Toy movie didn't get one,
Yeah. Sure.
I mean, I've talked about Steve Carell was nominated for Foxcatcher. Jonah Hill was nominated for several movies. After those performances, I was I want to live in a world where they are Oscar winners. And that's kind of how I feel about Margot Robbie. I want to live in a world where Margot Robbie is an Oscar winner because she deserves it. You know what I mean?
Did she get nominated for I, Tonya?
Yes.
Oh,
okay.
Well, a winner is what I'm looking for.
Nominated for supporting actress in Atomic Blonde. No, not Atomic Blonde. Bombshell.
Okay. Then that's kind of fucking wild that she wasn't nominated for this movie. I mean, yes. I'm sorry. This was I was blown away. I don't want to overtalk it. I was blown away by this performance in Barbie. Yeah. And I can't believe that we're, you know what I mean? She doesn't.
Technically, she, as a producer, and Louise,
she could still win.
She gets nominated for Barbie,
but she's
right?
not going
I was telling Kristen that earlier.
Yes, as a producer, yes.
Yeah.
She wasn't asking. I was just telling her. No, she could still win.
Miguel, I just woke up.
No, I was look at me.
The Oscars are out. I will say I'm like more upset that Greta Gerwig didn't get nominated than Margot.
Well, both of those kind of, I feel both.
Yeah, sure. All right, best actor.
Best actor.
Luis, any further thoughts?
No. Let's just keep going. Let's keep the train going.
Best actor. Bradley Cooper, Maestro. Coleman Domingo, Rustin. Paul Giamatti, The Holdovers. Cillian Murphy, Oppenheimer, and Jeffrey Wright, American Fiction.
I mean, Kelly Murphy's going to win, right?
I don't know.
Paul Giamatti.
He's pulling ahead.
If he wins the SAG, I think he's going to win the Oscar.
We need to prepare ourselves for Cillian Murphy to not win. That's just what I want to say. I want Cillian Murphy to win, but I also want Paul Giamatti to win.
Yeah, because I love Paul Giamatti.
But has Paul Giamatti won already? He seems like a guy who already...
No. He's only been nominated once.
Oh.
For what?
Supporting actor for Cinderella Man in 2005.
I mean, I want to say this. I really want both of them to win, and if either one of them does, I'll be very happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I mean, there's strong cases for both of them.
Bradley Cooper's going to go with an L this season for sure,
bro. But if Bradley Cooper won this year, I would be like, oh, okay, all right,
be like okay for him, but it came out of nowhere. Like, he's really good in that film. I mean,
that's the thing. It's like they just
built this thing about him and.
Here's the deal.
It's
a lot of movies. It's a lot. It's a competition is tight. Yeah.
If it comes down to Paul Giamatti and Cillian Murphy, and neither one of them wins, and let's say Bradley Cooper wins or whatever, these two walk away as kings. You know what I mean? Like they are going to get roles.
One. Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like this was a conversation this year. I mean, I thought I was the loner on the Holdovers, but then I was surprised at how much everyone liked that. You know what I mean? Like,
it was on my number 4.
That's what I'm saying. Like Paul Giamatti was really good, and he's been really good.
I think people started to let that sit in. They were like, "Oh, you know what? That movie was good. Let's give it more attention." Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
okay,
this is the category that I'm like, I'll take it or leave it. Whoever wins, I'm pretty much sure I'm going to be happy.
All right. We're talking about Holdovers. There's an actress I want to win in this next category.
Ooh.
Oh. It's supporting actress, I bet.
Yeah.
All right. So Emily Blunt for Oppenheimer, Danielle Brooks for The Color Purple, America Ferrera, Barbie, Jodie Foster, Naiad, Divine Joy Randolph, The Holdovers.
Yeah.
First off, the fact that I didn't say Jodie Foster earlier, I was just distracted by Annette Bening's star power. Okay, like Jodie Foster really fucking like low key kind of carried that movie with Annette Bening. Okay, like
she kind of supported her.
Okay, I mean, so here's a perfect example. You guys remember a couple of years ago when Two Popes came out?
Yeah.
Oh,
that was like my 17th favorite movie.
Yeah, and then Anthony Hopkins and fucking Vincent Price both got nominated for lead and supporting. And that boring was like a fucking snooze fest, to be honest. And like that was a year, I think, when Willem Dafoe didn't get nominated for Best Supporting Actor for The Lighthouse, which is a fucking crime against film.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah. But like that fucking movie. So I'm comparing it to that because they're both fucking Netflix films, and they both have these like really naturally great actors who just turn in like, yeah, sure, this is just like another fucking biopic on Netflix, with just like a great cast. It's just anyway. I went down.
I mean, if you're going to bring it up, speaking of Netflix, Danielle Brooks for The Color Purple. The first time I ever saw her was in Orange is the New Black. And I was kind of like, this isn't really my show, my content or whatever. But thinking back to her character there, to the fact that she's an Oscar nominated actress now, that's fucking dope.
She was also in Peacemaker.
Obviously, I saw that. No, she was like, no, I saw it. Nice. I'm not going to do a bit. Danielle Brooks, I think she's actually... Like, that's kind of amazing. You know what I mean? That's not the trajectory of her career that I thought we were going. And I'm happy for her. Divine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers. I mean, come on, you guys. I loved that role.
Yeah.
She knocked it out of the park.
The only one I'm missing on this one was I kind of wish Rosamund Pike got a nod for Saltburn.
That's a good one.
I would.
That's a good
I
one.
fucking would. I think it's kind of like set in stone to enjoy Ryan. Like, if she doesn't win, you know, that's going to be violent.
You think she's the front runner?
Oh, 100%. She is.
I love that.
She's won every single award so far.
I can't believe I didn't catch that. Okay, shout out. Because she fucking rocks.
Yes,
she was one of the moments. She had a moment where I was like, I love this movie. You know what I mean? Like, I'm ready for her. I said this previously. Emily Blunt. We don't have to talk about it. Emily Blunt and Oppenheimer. There was like that one scene, and it was like, oh wow, this is literally your Oscar moment. Like, you're out there doing it, and just like, just so easily. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, this is a pretty good category. I mean, I would give it to Jodie Foster second, but everyone else nailing it.
Yeah, sure. I mean, stacked year, right? Best year in movies so far. All right, so best supporting actor, Sterling K. Brown, American Fiction, Robert De Niro, Killers of the Flower Moon, Robert Downey Jr., Oppenheimer, Ryan Gosling, Barbie, and Mark Ruffalo for Poor Things. Ooh la la. Have we lost Luis?
Even if we haven't, I'm going to say something pretty bold here.
Oh, God.
I'm going to say some real shit.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of wild that Ryan Gosling was nominated for a role in this movie and Margot Robbie wasn't. Okay? Right?
Sure.
It's pretty crazy.
I mean, that's a big thing. I'm not saying he's undeserving. I loved Ryan Gosling in this movie. I think in any other year, I would be like, kind of, yeah, I love this. But it seems weird that Greta Gerwig, Margot Robbie, you know what I mean?
I guess the question is what other best supporting actor
would you put in that role? Interesting. Oh, okay.
I think the actor.
Like, we have a slot to fill. Let's go ahead and throw Ryan Gosling in there.
I think the actresses have a tighter race than the guys do.
Like, from the moment that movie came out, Ryan Gosling and Robert Downey Jr. were immediately in the conversation.
I just think like the male supporting actor in Naiad was beyond recognizable. You know what I mean? Just phenomenal.
What was the scene that did it for you?
That like that gray overtone with like the dramatic music.
It's funny because it's an all-female cast movie.
Yeah.
No, I actually don't know if that's true.
No, for a second I was like, oh, this bit's dead. Okay.
No, I think who got snubbed? My boy Josh Hutcherson from Five Nights at Freddy's.
He's got it next year, baby. Next year. Dude, the internet wants him.
All right, let's blow through these real quick, Ed.
That was it. Were there any other ones you guys wanted to talk about specifically?
Let's see. I'm just
feature real quick. Animated feature.
Oh yeah, let's do animated.
Yeah. All right, The Boy and the Heron, Elemental, Nimona, Robot Dreams, and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. And you guys know I'm super happy that Nimona got a nomination because that is a really great movie. But fucking no nomination for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Come on.
Oh, what would you take off?
Only because I haven't seen it. Robot Dreams or Elemental.
Robot Dreams is a 2023 Spanish-French animated tragic comedy based on the comic of the same name.
Same words.
Spanish and French, Ed.
Dog is a lonely dog who lives in Manhattan. That's it. And one day he decides to build himself a robot.
But no, he wants the turtles again. Okay.
That would be like the first time a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie got nominated for an Oscar.
Not in this house.
But I will tell you what franchise got nominated for an Oscar for the first time ever.
What?
And he goes, Roar. His name is Godzilla. Godzilla -1 got nominated for Best Visual Effects.
Huzzah.
Huzzah. There you go. So first time ever that franchise has ever got anything. And
did you guys see that video that I sent you of the?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the team.
That was fun. Yeah, there's a video online for our audience members of the visual effects, or just like the crew of Godzilla -1 celebrating at the announcement of their nomination.
I will say, I don't know what we shared it to our story. I don't know if it was IGN or whoever, but they shared that photo of Godzilla coming out of the water.
Yeah.
Like his eyes slightly out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I was like, like that Godzilla movie was terrifying. That was actually really good this year.
Since you brought it up, Luis, I'm super glad Godzilla was nominated, but I'm also very glad that The Creator got nominated for Best Visuals. For Best Visual Effects, Miguel.
Oh, Best Visual Effects.
Come on, that
the trailer looks really good. Like the visuals look good.
The movie visuals were stunning. I don't think you could argue that, Miguel. Come on now.
It was one of the most disappointing movies of the year for me, but okay, that's cool.
I don't think you had high expectations.
I had the highest expectations.
He did. He had very high expectations.
What?
The visuals were great. I don't think you could knock it for that.
Yeah, man. When the robot did this,
it looked so real, and the textures.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, if we don't celebrate movies like that, then they're never going to get made, and
they're never going to get made.
Yeah, and then we're just going to keep watching fucking superhero
Avengers 7. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
we want it.
Guardians of the Galaxy did get nominated for visual effects, so there you go.
It's like they created animals and then they killed them.
Oh yeah, oof.
It was actually for when Chris Pratt's face exploded.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
It wasn't
Barbie
the moment she wanted. It was the moment that they just did.
Yeah,
I'm glad Barbie got nominated for Best Production Design. Obviously, Killers of the Flower Moon, great. Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to. Poor Things makes sense. Original song. What was it made for? I'm Just Ken. The Fire Inside. Oh, from the Cheeto Hot movie.
That's awesome.
and then a song from Killers of the Flower Moon. So no Peaches, obviously. Okay.
Grateful, you know.
Yeah, I got out of bed this morning and I was just like, thank God.
Okay.
He stabbed that picture of Jack Black
that I keep under my pillow.
Sarah's like, please stop.
Why? He's not that bad a dude. He's nice. He's obviously.
I love Jack Black. Actually, I wasn't in that episode, and I hear you slamming on my boy Jack Blackie, and I got very upset. The fact that you didn't like fucking the School of Rock.
Oh man,
is crazy to me.
Maybe I should go back and revisit it.
You should rewatch Jumanji.
He's like
School of Rock.
School of Rock, Jumanji. You know what I mean?
I would be more excited to see Jumanji than
I know
School of Rock. Anyway, we'd have to go there. Jack Black.
Okay, we'll talk more about. We'll do a Jack Black ranking. Okay, how about that? We'll force you to watch some Jack
Kong,
Black.
the best one.
King Kong.
No, he's really annoying in that too, isn't it? Kung Fu Panda.
He literally, just for the American audiences, Ed literally just said "in it." You know what I mean?
He just has this blank stare the whole time.
Black stare.
Like he kind of has that look. Great Oscars. We're going to do our Punchies Awards probably the week before the Oscars. That's when we have our what's it called? Not a 2-year anniversary.
It's coming up.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're going to have our 2-year anniversary. We're going to celebrate by doing our Punchies. Ed, we got to figure out how to do that, right? We got to figure out how to do it.
Sounds so abusive.
Who's going to get punched with an award?
I fucking love this movie.
I'm sorry. My nose is filled with mucus and I can't blow it out. So I'm just having a hard time just talking and breathing.
Take your time.
Yeah.
I just have this napkin that I just shove up my nostril to like saturate all that stuff. Because
lush.
For those, we should go ahead and just acknowledge it just real quick. For those who didn't see our post this week, Luis is recovering from a nasal surgery. He can breathe real good.
Yeah.
Like by next week for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. And right now he's still in recovery. So just ignore him if he sniffles a lot.
Yeah. If you hear those, that's me.
I heard the force though on both. You know what I mean?
No, don't tell my doctor. I'm not allowed to use force.
Oh, I was going to say...
He's listening. He's listening right now. Luis!
God damn it. He gets in the car, starts driving to my house.
He wrecks his car.
He goes to surgery. Now he has to go. I have a follow-up appointment with him later this week, so I hope he stays safe.
Yeah, play the episode for him.
Okay, as I get my bearings. Oscars, Ed, do you want to have anything else to say to close us out, or shall we move on?
Let's move on.
Great. I have one more news I wanted to bring up that's not on here. The WWE Raw night, Monday Raw, has been bought by Netflix.
Oh.
Okay, but bigger news, the price. $5 billion for 10 years.
Yeah.
You're going to
Netflix
keep this going.
That's insane.
Here's the deal. Let me just speculate just off the cuff. Okay. Where is the NFL right now? Peacock. You know what I mean?
Well, it's also on a lot of places.
Sure. But Peacock is the streaming service. It's
and
like
Prime Video owns Thursday Night Football.
Prime is kind of doing that Thursday Night Football.
They're exclusive to TNF. Yeah.
So streaming is kind of like honing in on these sports events.
They have to.
And I can see Netflix executives being like, wrestling. We need it now. $10 billion.
You just bought a massive fan base, though.
That's true. People love huge. Wrestling.
With all kinds of merchandising on the side.
Yeah.
I'll say this. Would you guys, let's say it comes to your city, okay? Would you guys ever go see?
Oh, yeah. I was a big
wrestling match.
I was huge at WWE when I was little. WWF.
I was not allowed. Yeah, no, we're WWF before the Panda. Yeah. Now it's WWE. No, right. I was not allowed to watch when I was a kid, but I would totally go for shits and gigs. Like, that sounds like a fun time. All right. I could drink a tall boy Coors.
Ooh, that makes it even better. I like that.
Fuck it on, dude.
Well, Miguel, you remember Ben Matthijs?
Yeah.
Yeah. From Comedy
they were
Sport.
big into that.
They were, and I used to tag along for like a good while, for like a season. They would get all dressed up and go to the Wings City or Wings whatever across from the Regal Theater, and they would just get beeritas, and we would just get trashed and watch wrestling. It was great.
You have never sounded more American. Okay?
Beeritas.
We would get dressed up for the wrestling event, eat wings, and drink beeritas. You sound like you voted for George Bush a third time. Okay, like
but yeah,
we don't see that on the pod.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we need a more conservative take. Okay, Ed. Yeah. No, I mean, that's insane. That's a billion. That's a lot of billions of dollars for Netflix to spend.
They're just tossing it around these days, aren't they?
They can. I mean, they basically kind of won the stream wars, so now they're just honing in on those like live sports
oh my
stuff.
God. Speaking of, we should talk about this later, but the streaming in my house, the hierarchy in the streaming universe is changing this year.
Oh, what is it?
Dude, I don't want to get into it, but we're talking about cutting like HBO. Because
excuse me, it's called Max.
Because Netflix has a lot of the Max content.
See,
we just re-upped the Disney, and we're thinking about like cutting YouTube down to the basic, like just regular ads to your YouTube.
Well, you should definitely do that.
That's what's happening.
Well, I'll tell you why later, but we don't have to get into it. I have a whole streaming conversation we should have.
Okay.
At another time.
Okay.
Loyalty is so fickle.
That's all about the
feature discussion. Miguel time. Miguel, what's our feature discussion this week?
Okay, so I really don't remember saying this, but apparently at some point I said I was going to pick the topic this week.
Yeah.
And I must have been pretty passionate about it. So I went ahead and I threw some things together, okay? This is going to be a little bit of a weird vibe. And speaking of vibes, for the rest of the episode, it's all vibes, okay? I need you guys to be on board. It's about to get weird, okay? I've got a serious quote-unquote discussion we'll talk about here in a few minutes, but for now, let's play around. I'm going to do something a little silly, okay? And I'm just going to say it. If you're listening to our podcast right now, wherever you're listening to your podcast, you're going to want to shift to our YouTube channel or our Spotify channel where you can see the video of what we're about to talk about, okay?
Apologies to our listeners. I'll try to explain it as we go through it. How about that too?
No, don't. I just said.
Well, what if they're going for a run or if they're driving? They can't just like get in a wreck.
They can pause or park their car at the Tesla charging station, okay? And they can watch this video on the infotainment.
My fan base are very rich to own a Tesla.
I mean, with the money that's been coming in for us, I just assume.
Okay.
No, okay. I'm sorry. All that silly talk aside, Ed and I had a really fun conversation the other day. I woke up on a Saturday morning at like 4 a.m. because I couldn't sleep. And I was playing video games. I was playing on my phone. And I came across this thread. I shout out Pop Culture Chat on Reddit. Okay. Shout out Luis. He put me on.
That's right.
And I came across this thread. And I looked at it for so long that I texted Ed basically the moment he woke up. That Saturday morning. Pop Culture Chat, this is from user I am Harold Shipman, and it's a fashion highlight. Okay. One of the things that I told Ed, you got to get on Pop Culture Chat because of the fashion highlights. This is the endlessly talented, it says Don Glover. It's Donald Glover, okay? The actor Donald Glover, Atlanta, the rapper Childish Gambino from all those songs. And it's like a 20 picture slide.
Oh my God, dude. I'm looking down below. I thought it was like 4 pictures. No,
baby, I'm ready to go. It's a 20 picture slide of all of these outfits that Donald Glover has worn. So again, head over to our YouTube, head over to our Spotify. You're going to see the video right now. We're putting the pictures up as we talk about them. Sorry, Luis.
That's okay.
You guys, do you think Ed can wear these outfits? As we go through them, it's a simple yes or no. Hit us down in the comments. Let us know on Instagram. Can Ed wear these outfits? Okay,
Luis, I would love to scroll through these pictures with you, and I just want to see if you say yes on the same ones that I had said yes to.
Okay, let's go to first look. I already have it open.
Let's go to number 1. Okay, yeah. I'll set the scene. It's Donald Glover on the street. He's got a black satchel. He's wearing a yellow bucket hat and yellow shorts and nothing else. Pretty high shorts. Okay, this is like
very high shorts.
Joggers.
And yeah, joggers, yellow tennies too.
And he's sporting an Apple Watch, some gold chains. And
it's honestly sunglasses. The fact that Luis that you looked at and you saw the Apple Watch.
I see the Apple Watch. I also see the AirPods Pro in his. He's got
the Apple Watch Pro, the big goggles right on his.
No, not the Vision, not the. No. Those don't come out till later. Okay.
You guys, we're putting it up right here, right down below. Okay.
You know what? I was gonna say no, but you know what? Fuck it. Yes.
I have a whole list of no's, like right off the bat no's. Okay. But this is one of those that was like, but if he was bold enough, he would do it. Like,
I think Ed's charisma can carry him through this. Do you know what I mean?
Bro,
just him walking down the street.
I wish I could look that good, but my insecurity says no.
Right before he goes for a run,
to rock it. I do.
And if you had $5 billion, you could rock this look even the way that you look right now, because you would be filled with so much like, I don't give a fuck about the world. I have $5 billion. You would just be strutting the streets without a shirt. Who cares with these tight little joggers?
I mean, his nips are out. Okay. I mean, like, that's kind of a big deal. Like, you don't just throw those out there.
If he has $5 billion, it doesn't matter. Even Ed now.
Does he have $5 billion?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
or are you just talking?
I'm just talking. I'm just talking. Okay.
All right. Number 2. So again, shout out to I am Harold Shipman. They put this list together. That was the first one, but I think the second one is really where we're at. It's the photo right down here.
Here. I'm about to click next one. Okay.
Come on.
That's classy.
It's this like.
I would.
What would you call this color, Ed?
Like a baby powder blue, maybe.
Look at this suit. I have never seen something more. Ignore in the picture. There's like stormtroopers. I have never seen a more Ed suit. Like Donald Glover, obviously complexion wise, like Donald Glover and Ed don't look the same. but this is a suit that you both could wear. Okay?
Yeah, 100%.
I have a lot of passionate feelings about this list, and I need you guys to get on board.
Okay.
You guys remember the other week I posted that picture of Coleman Domingo at the Critics' Choice Awards? That suit was fire, and I would 100% wear that.
Can I tell you, that is what inspired me to do this. Okay. I was like, hang on a second. And then this post came up and I was like, let's find Ed an outfit. And honestly, Oscar, like a red carpet outfit.
They need to be doing this because, long ago in the 90s, it was all black suit tuxes. Every guy was stuck to do. The only thing he could do was a black suit tux. And when you show that Coleman Domingo and, our boy Timothy Chalamet also, everybody's coming out in different looks. Here we got talented Dong Lover. Doing his thing too. I'm sorry, Donald Glover.
If you don't know, never mind. We'll talk about Don Glover later. Okay, I this is a suit that I'm kind of like, oh, Ed. We're about to get into a lot more that Ed was like, yeah, I would wear that, and I was like, whoa, okay,
okay. This seems like very like an easy yes,
like an easy yes. Okay, let's go to number 3 for a second. Now this is important to me.
Okay.
It's right here. Okay, you guys looking at this photo?
Yeah.
This is an outfit that Donald Glover wears. I think this looks great on him. Every choice. I don't really have a problem about this, okay? I could see why Ed would be like cautious about something like this. This might not be something Ed runs to the closet for, but I kind of fucking love it, okay?
I see him on the beach. I see him on a boat. I see him on a yacht.
On a yacht. That's what I told Ed. I said, rich yacht, white, preppy boy is not something you think Ed would run to, but he would kind of fucking dominate because the words yacht and preppy. Okay.
I thought you were going to say 2 words, deep and V, which I love to write.
First off, that's not a deep enough V for Ed Ball. Okay, no, Ed would go down to the belt buckle. Okay,
he looks like he's going to church right there.
Oh, fuck you. Okay.
Anyway.
The thing of this whole outfit, the thing that I would take away is the hat. Okay, he's wearing like this like white halo looking hat. I would take that off, but this is absolutely an outfit that, like, if you had billions of dollars, you would wear the shit out of this outfit.
That. Yeah,
I would wear that with $5. You know what I mean?
5 and below, baby. Let's go. This is something that I feel passionate about. I get if you're cold on it, but this is kind of an outfit that I think you could wear.
It's a very casual outfit. I feel like you could just go to Ralph's, Kroger,
again,
Top
take
Thumb,
that hat off, dude. He could just wear that.
Summer in Texas anywhere, basically.
Yeah, go to Whole Foods, pick up some bananas.
We'll switch to the next one. Now this is one I want to talk to. Number 4.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a list of suits. This is one if Ed was being bold. Okay,
I would wear this to a
look
wedding.
Down below. You see this photo? Okay.
Yeah.
This is an all red suit. And I want to say one thing before we get going. There's a couple of really bold suits that work for Donald Glover that I don't think work for Ed. This is not one of them. I think Ed could absolutely wear this all red suit with white shoes. Okay?
I think
I don't know why you're laughing. I'm being serious.
I'm just taking a second to realize what we're doing in this podcast right now.
I love you guys asked me to do this.
I love this.
Okay.
I love this. No, look, I what I noticed a theme here is his shoes. His shoes are also white. He's got the contrast of the white shoes with the big red suit.
We're only 4 pictures into this 20 picture slideshow. I need you to be ready to go. Okay,
I'm ready. I'm excited.
I want to move on.
V. Okay,
a deeper V than the last one. This is absolutely why it speaks to me.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it looks great.
Ed, this next one is a conservative.
So easy. Yeah.
So just like, yes. Okay. I know we don't even need to talk about it. I mean, it's just like a tuxedo with like a muted print. Come on.
Again, all 3 of us could rock this look. 100%.
Oh, that's an interesting thing. Like Luis could absolutely wear this. He would have worn it to his wedding. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
without socks.
That's right. Without socks.
Moving to the next one. This is a big one for me.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Wait.
This
is gonna be a no.
This like a Lenny Kravitz ass look
This
right
is a
here.
no.
This is one that I love the look. This is not Ed. Ed would just not wear this, okay?
This is
I don't
not
like
good.
the open back, to be honest.
I didn't even realize the back was open until you said that. I was too
that's-
focused. Because the reason why it came up conversation, it was just, it's got a pretty deep V, but it's the waist. To me, the waist is what gives it away for you.
Yeah, these bareback suits are becoming a thing. Like Lenny Kravitz wore one, and
Exactly.
then Emily Blunt wore the same one on Colbert.
I mean, whoa. Okay. You're throwing me for a loop. We'll skip this one. This is the worst one. This is the worst one of the whole look.
Wait, which one? Which one are we on? Are we on the gray one?
suit? Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, we're not doing this one.
I don't know what was going on here. I appreciated that they included this look. Look down below.
This is the
right
deepest of V's. It's become a U. And in fact, what
like
he's wearing is like a lacy. It's like a Borat lace.
Of all of the looks, the most unflattering. Okay, Ed, if you wore this, it would give. You guys remember when Danny DeVito came out of that couch?
Yes.
It's Always Sunny. You know what I mean? Like this is not the look.
I tell you what, though, it would be a great Halloween costume reference.
Oh, that's true.
I'm not mad.
That would be hilarious. I'm Donald Glover at that one time.
Yeah, everything's not working here, and it feels very purposeful. I don't know what the event was. Maybe that was more of like a vibe.
Okay, this next one I get very excited about.
All right, this is the one I want to talk about. This is a floral print right down below. You guys looking at this photo right here? Okay. Ignore the facial hair. Okay, this is not Ed's look in the face. Okay,
actually, I like it. I like the facial hair too.
No, well, see, that's the problem.
I can see Ed rocking that.
It's Donald Glover, and you're looking at him going like, "Yeah, he fucking rocks every one of these." But we're talking Ed. Okay,
Ed could rock that.
Not the facial hair,
but he could. But I'm saying he could.
know he could. I wish he could.
Well, why can't we talk about that? I think he. Oh, okay.
We're talking about this floral print, like not jumpsuit, but it's like a top and a bottom that matches. Ed, you're kind of big on the floral prints, top bottom.
I am. Yeah, matching is coming back. You know, I'm just. Or it's back and it's on its way out already. I don't know, but this one, it looks comfy. Light, stylish. I love the matching shoes too.
The shoes, I was just about to say, the shoes look great.
No, it just looks dope as hell. Again, rocking that deep V. I would feel like a king in that outfit. You know what I mean? Like
that's what I mean. Is kind of like it feels like you guys are kindred spirits. You know what I mean? Just not
in clothes.
Just not in the same universe whatsoever. Okay, when Ed and I talked about this next one, number 9, when Ed and I talked about this one right down here, Ed was like, Miguel, you could totally wear this. I actually think no.
Oh, come on.
I think, Luis, you could totally wear this next one.
Wow, that's okay. I agree with Ed. I feel like you could wear it as well. That's very kind of you.
It's very comfy looking.
Yes.
But fashionable, and I get that. But
I
I kind of feel...
Luis, I like that for me.
Yeah, 100%.
I actually have. There's only one other one on this list that I think Luis kind of like steered towards you.
Yeah.
But this one is just like it's your vibe.
I like that. I don't even know that it was until I saw the picture. You know what I mean?
Like you wouldn't wake up tomorrow and necessarily pick it, but if someone was like, "Try this on," like I think you could kind of do it, and I feel like it would be an awakening. Okay, I'm just saying.
It's a cool look. And again, Miguel, just to reiterate, I think you could totally rock that. I think.
I tell you what, all of the colors
to like just like a casual drinks evening or whatever. And you live in Colorado, you know.
I hear what you're saying. The cut of it all is not necessarily my thing, but I could vibe.
Next New Year's, let's go with our favorite
Donald Glover look.
Glover look, yeah.
All right, Luis, I told you there's only one other one. This next one is actually one that I think you could wear.
Okay,
but
100%.
Down below, right here, we're talking number 11. We're almost done.
At the Golden Globes.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. Luis, baby.
100% you could get that.
This is one that I would take away from Ed and give to you 100%. Okay?
I can't do pants that go that like crimp up like that at the bottom.
You hate that shit. You do hate that shit.
I really do, you know.
But also... there's kind of a vibe going on with the top that you're not really paying attention to the fucking ankles.
Okay. And those pants are very much in fashion right now.
I know. I have PTSD because I'm a short dude and I always have like long pants. And so it becomes like a thing where it's like, oh, you know.
I get that.
You know what I mean? But if there's coming in, then I guess it's fine. But yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you took the pants and you changed them for something else, I feel like that whole top is something you could wear. All right. Okay.
Okay.
All
Next
right,
one.
Next one. We're moving quick.
Miguel, this is 100% you.
You could wear this, Miguel.
Here's the deal: is that I would, but I really don't love the matching top and pants. It's something I was talking about earlier.
Yeah,
like I would wear the
one
top.
Or the other.
Yeah, I would wear this jacket. Honestly, the hat too. What's going on with that? Oh, that's not a hat. That is straight up just the picture behind him. Okay, that's my bad. It looks like he's wearing one of those like winter hats that goes over your ears. Check it down below.
I think you got to have both. I think both of it makes it bold, and you don't want to go. I don't know. You don't want to be subtle about it. If that's what you're going
for, if boldness, I get both. I would just 100% do like.
I'll say this: the shoes are a miss for me on this one.
I wasn't even looking at the shoes. I was so distracted, but you're kind of right. But what's cool about the jacket is like, because so the pants and the jacket they match, but the jacket has like this blue color. And the pants have the yellow color on the leg.
Yeah,
like, I kind of like it. This is one of
bit.
those things that I feel like looks really good on him, and I would want to put on, and then I would look at myself and I would go,
nah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I love this next one.
Okay. Ed,
Luis, this is you too, 100%.
Okay.
Back to the category, Ed, 100%. This is one that I sent you, and I was like, this is one you would wear. But Luis, Ed's not wrong. You would totally wear this.
Thank you. Ed, I could see it too. I love the shoes are cool.
The jacket is beautiful.
The jacket is nice. Yeah.
And then the shirt.
Let's talk about that top. What's going on with the top there?
Yeah, the blouse. Yeah, that looks really good.
Also very much in fashion right now. So,
that's why I was so
a little bit of heel to it too.
That's why I was so charged by this list, because it was like some of these I'm like, fashion is just fashion. Like I'm just not into it. But sometimes like Donald Glover specifically is wearing the shit out of these outfits.
Oh you know what I mean? 100%.
You could totally wear
do this next one too.
Okay, cool.
Guys, both of you, 100%. This next one down below. Okay, we went from the pink floral to this black one right here. Easy.
That's just cool. And not too long on the legs either.
No, not too long.
I mean, Luis, look at those pants. Okay?
That's not too long. I could do that. Yeah, I could do that. It's
guys,
a classic,
I'm gonna tell you
easy look. Yeah.
This, I mean, come on. I mean, it's effortless. It would just look so cool. It feels like it would fit a lot of body types.
Yeah.
It's a clean line.
We should all come dressed like that.
Yeah. Let's do it. I love it. The shoes match the outfit, Ed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Here's another one. The next one is one that I think, like, listen, it's not for anyone in this group, but I'm not mad at the photo. Okay. Yeah, it's all pink. Okay.
But it's not just the pink, it's also just like the type of jacket and the
pants,
the cut,
and the shirt. Is the shirt a little see-through? Is that me?
It is. It
also
is
see-through.
It's like that early 90s.
Oh yeah, dude! Yeah. Like what the Matrix thought was like shimmy and cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just pink, but it goes with the background. He's there at this like Atlanta premiere, whatever season, and it looks like he goes with it. So I'm gonna, goes with it. There we go.
All right. What about this next one? I don't think I could pull these next two.
I think Miguel could pull off this look.
The next two in a row, I have to say, they work for Donald Glover, sure. None of us could pull these off. So this first
the white
one,
suit?
Right down below, all white. No, this is.
You could come in just like.
No, I understand the statement. I understand the statement we're making. This is not for anyone. Okay, no three of us could pull this off. I don't love
so much food.
It's not even the practicality of it all. You're absolutely right, Ed. Like you would spill like a shrimp cocktail on it, but it's just.
I think you could pull off a clean look with this coming in hot.
I don't know, man. It's a little too like JCPenney. Like this is.
Oh, interesting.
It's too white. If that makes sense.
It's like the cool kid at prom thinking, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
like, Donald Glover's wearing this suit. I just don't think this is not something that I personally would try to pull off. The next one, especially, look down below. No. Okay. Like,
Luis could wear that.
I could wear that.
Oh yeah.
I tell you what, Luis could wear the shirt, the shoes, and the chain. I actually wouldn't even be mad about Luis with the chain.
I think
Are you saying like pulling Timothy? Pulling a Timothy?
Out of the three of us, you could pull off orange the best, Luis.
Okay.
I don't disagree. Luis,
you like, if you did have to wear that shirt,
but not the whole suit.
Yeah. All right. I guess I'll get an orange suit.
This next one is for Miguel for sure.
Okay, 100%. I would wear this on an airplane. He's obviously at an airport. Okay, look down below. This is the one for Miguel. Okay, come on, headphones, sunglasses, backpack, dude. I think I've worn that shirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just could find the pants and shoes to go with it. I'm not mad about this outfit. Is it glamorous?
No, it's comfy,
but it's comfy. Okay,
comfy as hell.
But the next one, I was like, Ed for sure would wear this one. Ed. Okay. Look down below. Boom. It says brown tux at the Golden Globes.
Luis, would you
wear that? Crushed velvet. Come on, Ed.
I do like velvet. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I love velvet.
Here, I want to say something. Ed, you're bold, and you would go for a bold print, but you're also classy. And you could 100% wear the shit out of this suit. You guys go to YouTube right now, Spotify right now. Tell me I'm wrong. Ed couldn't wear this suit. Okay. Thank you.
And
then we got one more right here at the end. I'm going to be real. All three of us could wear this today, right now, today.
This is like a drapey, like yellow linen, right? Is that what's happening here?
You know why that shit works? Because it doesn't matter your body type. It's draped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're fucking over here like, what's
comfy
up?
And classy. Like, yeah.
Thank you.
It's not hugging you. You don't have to worry about sweating. No, it's nice. And you can do that with any color.
If you guys went through the last 10 minutes just listening to this bit, please go to our YouTube or Spotify and watch this video, okay? We put the pictures down below, okay?
I did, yeah. I put it in there.
Right here, okay? And stop, okay? This was for you. And, I was told, I told everyone I was going to pick a topic this week, and Ed and I had a lot of fun talking about this last weekend, so I thought it would be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, put your headphones back on. Get off of YouTube. Get off of Spotify. We're back into it.
We got enough views already from that. So you can
Google
go back
Podcast closes by March this year. So go ahead and put your headphones back on. Google Podcast. Let's go.
Yeah.
I actually have a movie list I want to talk about.
Okay.
This is a 2-part feature discussion. Miguel episode 90.
Hell yeah.
Special edition. Let's go. You guys, I don't know if you do this, but I sometimes have these like self-realization moments where I'm like, wow, that movie I liked is exactly 10 years old.
Oh, no, I never do that.
It's something about my brain. Like sometimes I'll click something on and I'll be like, oh, this movie came out in 2014. Oh shit, it's 2024. 10 years of that movie?
Yeah.
And then I expanded it a little bit more and I made a list. And I want to talk about movies in 2024 that are turning 10, 20, and 30 years old. Okay. Look, this is a Miguel episode. Don't hand me the reins. Okay.
I'm gonna write it down because I want to.
I have a list.
I don't have a pen. Fuck it.
I'll send it to you. Okay. And again, it starts off kind of simple. It's like, oh yeah, these movies were 10 years old. And then you start thinking about it in these next couple of decades and you go, oh shit, like we're old. I tell you what, by the time
that's why I don't like to do this game because it reminds me how old everything is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, welcome to it. Okay. Because Gen Alpha is already there being like, you fucks. You know what I mean? So,
your son?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm like, don't be so disrespectful.
Fuck you as he's on the Switch. Help me get past this level, Dad.
He's like, help me. No.
Drag me, right? That's what they said.
So
Okay.
I thought we'd just go through the decades, 2024, movies that are 10, 20, 30 years old this year.
Okay.
I think we're going to have some surprises, and I think we'll just be like, Ed, I just assume was the entire time going to be like, yeah, that's the passage of time, Miguel.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Can you just wait? That's the whole note I gave you today. It's like, please, Ed, just fucking wait, okay, until I start, and then you can go.
Sorry.
No, I'm just joking. Please add as we go along. I broke them down into categories. They're going to be drama / thriller, and I'm going to talk about why I did that later. But drama, thriller, comedy, action, sci-fi, horror, and then I did like a family category. Okay. And here's the deal: we don't have to talk about all of them. I'm only going to hit up the big ones. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. So, boom, 10 years ago, dramas, thrillers, you guys, Whiplash. Do you guys remember that movie?
Whoa, Whiplash was in 2014?
Yeah, dude, 10 years
I was in another
old.
apartment at that time. Okay.
Bro, exactly. And say, kind of coupled with Whiplash, Gone Girl, 10 years old this year.
Wow, that's right. I remember what's his name getting sliced.
Exactly.
That one scene getting sliced, yeah.
But these next few are kind of like, whoa, that was kind of like an era. Whiplash, Gone Girl. You guys remember that Jake Gyllenhaal movie, Nightcrawler?
Yeah, that's right. Was that the one where he was like trying to become a reporter?
He was like a paparazzi.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he was like fucking up crime scenes and shit just because he wanted to get the good view.
He snuck into that house.
Ed,
And Birdman.
Oh, I actually don't have Birdman on this list.
The best picture winner movie of that year.
You know what? Here's the deal. It's fuck Oscars till the day I die. Okay, fuck any Oscar. Okay.
Okay.
When I go to steakhouses and they go, do you want like no? Fuck.
That's good.
Ed, another one for you. Ex Machina.
Ooh,
10 years old.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
Yeah.
I think isn't it Ex Machina?
Don't start with me.
Okay.
Ex Machina, surely.
Machina? Okay, now we have 3 different pronunciations for it. I'm going to look up an interview with
Here's
Alex
what I
Garland.
did. In each category, I picked kind of some big ones, but I also threw some in there that I'm like, oh yeah, these were that year, but not necessarily ones that you're like, duh.
Yeah.
The Imitation Game. That was kind of like Benedict Cumberbatch's kind of like first.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? No, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I have a list here. Okay. Fury, that Brad Pitt army movie, 10 years. It was fucking Suicide Squad. What was his name that directed that movie?
The guy who did
David Ayers.
Yeah. They were like, Hollywood was like, give him movies. Okay?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
I know.
Didn't Shia LaBeouf break his teeth through that movie?
Yes.
Yeah. And listen, on the side, I just want to mention Theory of Everything. I'm going to come back to that in just a minute. Okay. 2014 was kind of a big year for comedies. Do you guys remember the movie The Interview?
Yeah.
Oh, the one that got yeah.
Not because it was the funniest movie of the year, but what like news that became, right? There was like Seth Rogen.
Because North Korea was making threats about it.
James Franco. North Korea didn't just make threats, Ed. They fucking hacked Sony. Okay. And I feel like that was the downfall of Sony for the last 10 years. Okay. Yeah. It was honestly like legit. They
were like, well, at this point, we have to double authenticate you. You know what I mean? We got hacked.
Just a couple of action movies. Godzilla, Ed, 2014 Godzilla. A big Marvel movie, Captain America Winter Soldier, The Kingsman. You guys, a Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt hit, Edge of Tomorrow.
Right.
2014, the biggest list of this year for me was action movies. I was kind of surprised. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which was, I think, the best of the trilogy. You guys, another Marvel movie that kind of broke the mold, Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, 2014. And finally, Amazing Spider-Man 2. I'm going to talk about Spider-Man 2s here in just a few minutes.
You guys saw Amazing Spider-Man 2, right?
In theaters. I saw that movie. That was when I was like, Emma Stone is an Oscar-winning actress.
Oh, no. The first few minutes of that movie is really good.
Really?
When he's flying down and the camera's behind his little his emblem.
Yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think those first 2 minutes are the best spider web slinging that we have.
I think the scene, the blocking of the scene or whatever is really good. I had a lot of issues with that scene. That was not the
very
one.
Few minutes?
Yeah, that was not like the one that sold me on that movie. I was laughing a lot during most of this movie.
The first 2 minutes when he's swinging through the city.
Yeah.
You were laughing.
My biggest thing. No, I'm being serious. If Annette Bening had been in this movie, I would have loved it slightly more.
Oh my God.
No, it was the suit I didn't love. I thought the suit was a downgrade from the first movie.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah.
And I think it's kind of a big deal, but we don't have to talk about it.
Okay.
All right.
We can go. That's another day, I guess, another discussion.
A couple other movies. And Luis, I got one in here for you, too. Actually, all three of us. There's a sci-fi category. Interstellar came out in 2014. You guys know.
I knew it. Yeah.
I love Interstellar. Okay. One of my, top-notch Christopher Nolan movie. Luis, there's a horror category movie for you. The Justin Long, Kevin Smith Tusk. That came out that year.
Tusk, yeah.
We don't talk about that a lot, but I do remember you talking about it when that movie came out.
Do you remember? Yeah. I thought that movie was wild. I think some people didn't like it, but I had a good time with it.
When we talked about Barbarian years later, I was referencing Tusk in my brain. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, oh, he does and Jeepers Creepers years before that. Like Justin Long kind of does horror movies.
Yeah.
And Ed, I don't remember how much you loved this movie, but content-wise, 2014, the Lego movie came out, okay? That was kind of a big hit. Oh, you do love it.
It was a surprisingly great movie. And it didn't get nominated for Best Animated Film.
You seem pretty upset about that. Talk more.
It was a bummer. But it did get nominated for Best Original Song, Everything is Awesome. And
that's right.
Everything was awesome.
Well, the directors didn't get nominated for that year, but they are getting nominated this year. So,
10 years later, we can do it.
Verse, right? Yeah.
You guys, as I was making this list, 10, 20, 30, the next 2 decades really kind of spoke to me. Okay. And I think personally, because that was when I was watching movies a little more regularly. Okay. But movies turning 20 years old in 2024. You guys, some big ones. The Notebook, right out the bat. Like, come on.
Yeah.
20 years of The Notebook. And that was one of those movies you would have written off 20 years ago because I don't need to watch The Notebook. But it's still here, still a part of the conversation. The Christian Bale, The Machinist. Okay?
Oh, I never saw that.
That's okay. But it was kind of big for Christian Bale in that moment.
Is that the one where he was skinny?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I list
he had a bulk up for
And I would love for you to list your top 5 of 2004. Okay,
that wouldn't be my top 5, but I was going to say the top 5, the Best Picture nominees that year.
See, that's why I didn't want you to look at the list before.
I didn't look at the list.
No, I know. I was like, Ed's going to come in hot with some general knowledge.
Yeah. Let's see. That was the Aviator.
I got it on the
Neverland.
list. Oh.
$1 Million Baby. Shit. Hang on.
2004.
No,
Ed, you interrupted, so go ahead and finish this list.
Sideways.
I have it on the list.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so that's like perfect timing for the Holdovers to win some Oscars.
You got one that you're missing. You got the big one that you're missing.
The big one. I mean, $1 Million Baby one.
The upset.
Picture. The upset.
The upset.
The
Shakes.
upset.
No.
Hang on. Okay, Sideways, $1 Million Baby, The Aviator, Finding Neverland.
Hang on. Let us know in the comments below which one Ed's missing.
Oh, this is gonna kill me.
No, Ed, you're gonna hate when I say it.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying not to let you.
People are screaming at their phones right now.
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh man. Yeah, I'm blanking.
It was the 2000. Wait, actually, hold on a second. Now I'm worried that it's not in the right year, and I just wrote it down. But I'm pretty sure when I googled it, it was 2004.
Closer came out that year, but it did get nominated for Best Picture.
Is it the movie Crash? Is that the one you're not?
No, that was 2005.
It was 5, right? I'm just now realizing.
That one won, but $1 Million Baby won 2004.
I'm just now realizing when I typed in 2004 movies, that's probably when it came out. But it was nominated in 05 or whatever, right? Well, that's what I have on my list. Ed, you were so close, baby. If only you were better at what you do. We'll just...
So what was it?
No, I don't know. I thought it was Crash. I'm going to go through my list. Notebook of the Machinist, Passion of the Christ, 20 years old. The Village, M. Night Shyamalan. People hated that movie.
Right.
Loved it. I personally would watch it again today. Ed, I've got another one that you would love. Natalie Portman, Jude Law.
I said it. Closer.
Closer. Come on. Aviator, you said Sideways. You said Crash. I said... The Denzel Washington movie Man on Fire came out 20 years ago.
Classic.
And a hit in your house. I know we watched it a lot. Tom Cruise, Jamie Foxx.
Collateral. Yeah, that is a great one.
20 years old. Michael Mann directed that movie, correct, Ed?
Yeah,
he did.
We all thought Michael Mann's about to have a 30-year career after that movie. Name the last Michael Mann movie.
Ferrari.
Oof. Okay. 2004 was a great year. Comedy. Mean Girls came out. You guys,
whoa. Mean Girls.
20 years old. Okay. Of us saying that's so fetch. Team America, World Police came out 20 years ago.
Fuck yeah.
Luis, here's one for you. Life Aquatic. 20 years old.
Wow. That's insane. That's
you
insane.
Guys. And of course, the comedy of the year, Edgar Wright's Shaun of the Dead.
That's a good one. That was a good. I think that changed everybody's lives when that came out. They're like, "Have you seen this movie?"
Yeah,
and everybody was like, "Yeah."
I remember Ed showed me several Edgar Wright movies, Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. Like we'd watch those together, and I remember being like, "This isn't for me." I was wrong. It's hilarious.
You're wrong. Hang on, I just found it. Sorry, I told you it was going to bother me.
This is not your...
It was Ray.
Ray!
That was the Best Picture slot because Jamie Foxx was nominated for Best Supporting Actor and Best Actor that year.
Ed, thank you so much for saying that. 20 years ago, we had Oscar history. Jamie Foxx was nominated for 2 movies in the same year. Best Supporting and Best Actor.
Wait, that's crazy.
That is unheard of. You don't see that ever.
Ever,
Ed. No, Ed, I don't need you analyzing what I just said. I'm more so just like on a vibe saying you don't generally see that. I don't need Ed to be like, well, actually, no. God damn it, Ed. A couple of big movies, action-wise, The Day After Tomorrow. I don't care if you loved or hated these movies. 20 years ago, The Day After Tomorrow came out. Think about Jake Gyllenhaal for a second. Jake Gyllenhaal came out in that movie, and you were like, yeah, there's another Jake Gyllenhaal movie. 20 years later, he's still making movies.
He didn't die, yeah.
Well, yeah, the same as Michael Caine. Michael Caine, 20 years later, at 99 years old, still making movies, still alive. 2 movies back to back for you, okay? 20 years old. The Brad Pitt hit Troy. Ed, I can't tell you how many times.
I saw that like 3 times in theaters at least.
3 times in theaters. How many times at home?
Oh, millions. Man, fucking The Day After Tomorrow made 552 mil worldwide.
In 2004 money, okay?
Yeah.
That's essentially trillions of dollars.
That is a lot of money right now.
That's a lot of money.
That was a success.
Dude, we were talking about global warming, you know what I mean, as sophomores in high school, okay? Thank you, Dennis Quaid, okay? But you got us into the theaters. Ed, not only was Troy 20 years old, that hit movie Colin Farrell did in 2004, Alexander, baby, that was you.
That was me.
Ed was having a good time that year.
I was trying, man.
Yeah, you saw Troy, you saw Alexander, and you were like, dude, I bet one day Napoleon is going to smack. You guys, 10 years ago, I was talking about Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man 2. 20 years ago, a hit. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 2. Dude, that was also a good era.
One. Yeah. Coming 2 years, because I think Spider-Man 1 came in 2002. Yeah. So that made a bunch of movies. That was the movie where like, shit, we can make a lot of movies making superhero movies. And so then they decided to make this one right away. And I enjoyed it. I know some people didn't like it. I enjoyed this one.
I didn't like it the first time I saw it. On subsequent viewings, I was like, I get it. This is a great movie.
I was going through some relationship drama myself, so I was able to relate to Spider-Man during that moment.
It's a little more like
yeah.
Shakespearean. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
No,
I was trying hard not to be a Spider-Man fan, but that second one, like you said, like it is just a solid superhero movie. Like it holds up. And that movie made $788 million
That's
worldwide.
Insane
in 2004 money. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys, not only are you watching on our YouTube, you're liking on our Instagram, but you're going to Google, and every time I tell you how much money they made in 2004, you're converting that into today's currency. Okay. And you're tagging us below. Okay. Ed, I've got one that you watched. Luis, I don't know if you did. No one else did. Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow, 20 years old.
I watched 10 minutes and I stopped.
The hero of the
early 2000s. Come on, you guys. Dude, Jude Law was doing it. This was one of those movies that, like, kind of would work today. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
That's
like, an interesting take. It really, I think it was ahead of its time in that.
It just wasn't where it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's Jude Law. Was it Gwyneth Paltrow? Is that who the female lead was?
Yeah. And then
Angelina Jolie. Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
Like, and it was kind of like they tried to kind of do that like Sin City-esque like aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? But Sky Captain was absolutely something that I feel like would work up maybe a little bit better with some time.
That's a good comparison, because that was like the year before Sin City. And that movie, Sin City came out in 05.
Or after?
It was before.
Oh, it did come out in 05. Yep, that's true.
Just off the cuff, that was kind of what I was comparing it to.
What?
Couple of really big movies. I'm going to finish out this category, and we're going to be done for 20 years. Okay. Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill Volume 2, 20 years old.
Oh wow, yeah.
Another superhero movie. Not Quentin Tarantino. Sorry. Guillermo del Toro. Hellboy. 20 years old. I haven't seen that in a while. I'd be curious to hear if it actually holds up 20 years later, but that is kind of like a movie that really I can count on one hand the amount of times my dad took me to go see a movie, and I remember seeing Hellboy in the theaters because my mom was like, well, I'm not going to go watch the devil.
Don't worry, there's also Nazis there too, so you know.
It couldn't get worse, Mom. She said no.
Okay, I can get over the devil part. Here we go. There's Nazis too. Where's my buttered popcorn?
You guys, a Nicolas Cage hit 20 years ago. National
Vanilla
Treasure.
Sky. Oh.
No,
just kidding.
That was Tom Cruise.
There's a lot of mucus in my body right now. I'm sorry.
I was kind of blown away by this category 20 years ago. I'm just going to say it. Will Smith, iRobot, horror movies. We saw The Grudge. We saw Saw. And for a family movie, I don't know if I said that in the last one. I said Lego Movie, family movie 20 years ago, Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events.
I love that movie.
And 20 years ago, that was kind of a stacked category. Okay. But I want to talk about 30 years later. Okay. We're still talking about these movies from 1994. Okay. We're almost done. Don't ever let me do this again. Okay.
No, you're doing great. Ed's over here eating away right in front of us.
I thought we talked last week about not doing snacks, but that's okay. That's
sorry.
Sarah brought back some cookies from Cultivari for me, so I wanted to eat one right away.
Oh, well, wow. Just imagine like delaying gratification. You know what I mean? Like what that looks like.
Okay. 1993.
30 years. These next movies I'm about to mention are 30 years old.
I wasn't even born yet.
I'm going to say, shut the fuck up. Okay, Luis. Okay, you're not gonna lie to me. Okay, if you didn't see these movies in theaters and you're 30 or something years old, you watched them on VHS shortly after. Okay,
yeah,
we are old, and I'm talking to the old heads. Okay, you guys, Quentin Tarantino, Pulp Fiction, 30 years old. Okay,
wow.
Shawshank. Okay. 30 years old. The first time I saw Shawshank was like 5-6 years ago, and I would have told you then this movie has to be at least 30 years old.
It looks like an old movie, yeah.
Oh my God. Mwah. In my house, we love this movie. 30 years old this year. Robert Zemeckis' Forrest Gump.
Oh, right. Yes.
Life is like a... You guys, what a category. Legends of the Fall also here. I was doing like a drama category, okay? Legends of the Fall, 30 years old. But the category of this year that I really want to talk about, this is actually one of two that I really want to talk about, is comedy. You guys, back to back to back, Jim Carrey had a fucking year.
This is
30 years ago.
This was the year.
30 years ago, you had Ace Ventura. I don't know what order. Sorry. Ace Ventura, Dumb and Dumber, and The Mask. All in one year.
That's too good of a year. That's too good. No wonder that he had like a mental breakdown later in his life.
Jim Carrey, every dollar he makes today is solely because in that 1 year, 1994, he made 3 absolute bangers. Okay.
Wow. Man,
I've seen The Mask. I've seen Dumb and Dumber. I've seen Ace Ventura. Like, who hasn't? You know what I mean?
Solid. Yeah. Wow.
He was dominating. Ed, another one for you. 4 Weddings and a Funeral came out that year.
It did indeed.
And Luis, I kind of feel like maybe you're a Clerks fan.
Oh.
No?
No, I didn't, but thank you. I understand. I understand what you're...
I was like, bop, bop, trying to get it.
I know you were going for it, but yeah, I appreciate you putting me in that category, but no, I did.
But what a year. If no other comedies came out that year, Jim Carrey was eaten. We had Leon the Professional, True Lies, Natural Born Killers, the one I want to talk about, Speed, okay?
Oh.
19. No, I get that. No. The only thing I want to say about Speed, and I think I mentioned it before, is I was watching one of those like GQ vanity videos where Jeff, I'm blanking on his name. The guy from Speed, the guy from Dumb and Dumber,
Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Daniels. He was talking about like the movies of his career, and the way I was like kind of looking forward to him talking about Speed because I low-key love Speed. And he got to that year and he was like, Dumb and Dumber was one of the greatest experiences of my life. I love that man, Jim Carrey. I can't believe how much he fought for me to be in that movie. The movies that I've made since then has only been because of Dumb and Dumber. And I was like, okay, now say something about Speed. And he was like, yeah, I did that for the paycheck. And I was like,
damn it.
And then he was like, move on. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess we're not talking about Speed. Shit. I love Speed.
The thankless friend role, doesn't he get blown up in a van?
He 100% gets blown up. And I cry every time that happens, but he doesn't. You guys, the sci-fi hit The Crow, horror hit Interview with a Vampire. Okay, we were going with like a black and white theme. But the other category that I really want to talk about in 1994, 30 years old. I was a child in 1994, so family movies absolutely rocked this year. I'm talking about Richie Rich, Macaulay Culkin. I'm talking about The Page Master, Macaulay Culkin. Do you guys ever watch that movie?
Same year?
The same year.
I've not seen The Page Master.
I've seen it. It's good. It's good. I like it.
I honestly, I couldn't even tell you if it was still good today, but Page Master was one of those, like, think back to before the internet where with streaming or whatever, and you only ever watched movies when you could, you know what I mean, on VHS. And I remember being at some friend's sleepover and us watching The Page Master and being like, begging my parents years after being like, I want to watch this movie. And they were like, yeah, we don't know what you're talking about. It was one of those like Roger Rabbit situations where it's like live action and then they dip into the animation. Thumbelina. Who didn't fucking watch Thumbelina in 1994? The Disney Channel hit Blank Check. Did you guys ever watch this movie?
Yes. You didn't see Blank Check yet? Oh yeah, we watched Blank Check. For sure.
Doesn't know who Wishbone is either.
He and his I don't know, that ending, like he runs out of money and then his like best friend's like, peace, you can't pay for me anymore, and he just leaves him, right? Or did I read that wrong as a kid?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the only thing that I think about at the end of that movie of Blank Check is this little boy who has millions of dollars and gets caught up in this like big scheme, and he makes friends with the FBI agent, and at the very end of the movie she kisses him on the lips.
Wait, on the lips or on the cheek?
No, lips.
No, that's
that was when I looked back as an adult. I looked back at this movie and I was like, no. That was fucking weird.
That's weird.
As a kid, I was like, of course.
Right, makes sense. Happy ending.
Yeah, of course he would pull a baddie. Like, yeah, let's go. No, like I couldn't tell you the rest of that movie. Blank Check, this kid gets $1 million+ dollars.
He gets a blank check from his dad, and he looks at a Macintosh, and he says, "What's your name?" Money. I'm Macintosh. He buys a big house, and yeah.
Some other big family hits: The Flintstones. John Goodman. Flintstones, really great movie. The Lion King. Hello.
Oscar winning
Disney movie of the century, The Lion King. We also had Alfalfa with the Little Rascals.
Wow, yes, that was.
Did you ever watch that movie yet?
Yes,
nah.
I get that. Luis and I will be the Americans on this. Like we watched that movie as children. That's fine. A good one, yeah. And finally, this is the Christmas movie we watch every year. Tim Allen, The Santa Claus. 30 years old.
Going strong now at Disney Plus series season 2 already out.
I refuse to watch. Refuse. You guys, I was just being goofy. I was like, let me talk about something.
I love this tradition. I think every year, like during this like slow period, we should do these.
That's what I'm saying. The anniversary.
10, 20, 30. Yeah.
The 10, 20, 30s, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Every year that the Oscar nominations come out, it'll be a Miguel episode.
Like imagine the opposite of the Razzies. You know what I mean? Like whatever the Pozies. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Let me talk about movies I fucking love from 10, 20, 30 years ago.
Miguel, you carried this podcast, okay? You came in and people are saying more Miguel. If you wanted more Miguel, this is the podcast. This is the episode. If you want more Miguel, go down in the comment section and saying hashtag more Miguel. We'll have him. We'll do a movement. We'll have a Patreon exclusive episode where Miguel just talks to you like a friend. I know I'll pay for it.
Hello, friends. I'm listening.
You guys have had a really fucking hard day today, so welcome to the Patreon.
No, you really carry this, man. You did a great job. I love this feature discussion. We're going to do it again, and hopefully one day when we do this feature, Ed will wear one of those Donald Glover outfits, and then we'll have a complete circle.
If you guys want it, like us down below. Let's go.
Okay, Miguel, thank you so much. We are an hour and a half in, and we're going to move into what we're into. Miguel, you've been talking so much. I feel like I got to give you a break. I know it says here on the list. Let me give you a second to breathe. Ed, why don't you hit us with what you're into?
What am I into? Oh, yeah. So I caught up in the last 2 movies. I say last 2. I still need to see American Fiction. But this last week I saw All of Us Strangers, and then The Zone of Interest, which, of course, one of those movies was nominated for Best Picture just today. The other one was not. It didn't get any nominations. So whoops.
How do you feel about that, Ed?
I thought for sure it was going to get, at least one of the acting nods and then maybe a Best Picture nod. People were talking about Best Director and all of that, as I said earlier. But yeah, I mean, it was a really good movie, and the acting was really strong. I get the buzz around Paul Mescal, and Andrew Scott was really good. And then The Zone of Interest, which did a little better at the Oscars with Best Picture, Best Director, and some other stuff. It was really, it's not showy or gratuitous. It's about the family of a commander at Auschwitz and their kind of personal lives living basically right next to the camp. They have this nice little home built for them there, where they have like a vegetable garden and a swimming pool and stuff like that. And it's just showing the kind of attitude and complicity to just the genocide that was happening right next door, literally. And they never show you any of that violence or anything like that, but it's just always kind of like there. It's ever present in every scene. So it's quietly very powerful. Like I said, it's not very showy. It doesn't have like a big reveal or anything like that. But it's just kind of this very eerie perspective on like a different take on, the Holocaust and stuff like that. And not in any way like sympathetic to, Nazis or anything like that, but obviously more just of showing how easy it is to be complacent when all of this horrible shit is going on around you and you're, advocating for it. But yeah, so really good movies. I'm glad I got around to seeing them in theaters. And both of them are laugh riot, obviously. So I look forward to seeing American Fiction, but yeah, so that was those two really.
Nice.
And that's all
uplifting stories. All of Us Strangers. There are a lot of people like Sandra Hüller. This year is the year where a lot of actors are doing 2 movies and stuff. We talked about this last time in our recap. Sandra Hüller is doing Zone of Interest, Anatomy of a Fall. Bradley Cooper is doing Maestro. He was also in Dungeons and Dragons. Margot Robbie was in Asteroid City, and she was also in Barbie. Who else we got? There's the list. There's articles on it. It's insane. But All of Us Strangers also had Paul Mescal, and he was in another movie called Foe.
Foe, yeah.
Which was rated with Saoirse Ronan, which is rated horribly. And I'm just surprised by how like terribly it got rated.
She was like,
shit.
I was just close.
Yeah. 5.4 out of 10 on IMDb, 25% on Rotten Tomatoes, and 2.8 on Google Metrics here. I mean, I'm just curious to see how bad it is now, because it can't
I heard
be that
good things
bad.
about the performances, just the movie was a little misguided.
Okay.
Along the way, but
well, there you go.
I haven't seen it.
Miguel, do you want to talk about your thing first?
I tell you what I want to do is cut the rest of the things that I want to talk about, because I'll add to it later. The real thing that I want to talk about, Luis, is what you're into.
Okay.
And I'm going to let you lead, but I'm going to jump in a fucking line.
All right. I'm just going to take a nap now.
Ed, see you later, man.
You can take it. Ed, if you want to go, I mean, it's just going to be us two again. I'm just kidding. No, Ed, there will be a lot of spoilers here. I don't know what to tell you.
And you guys have talked about this fucking game so much.
But I feel
maybe
like
I'll hide it. Like I could hide it. We'll figure it out. Some major spoilers for The Last of Us Part 2. This obviously The Last of Us, the series came out that covered the first game. I'm finally playing Part 2. The reason why is because they did a remaster for the PS5 specifically. Perfect timing, because I had to go to the doctor to get my...
And also because you want to play this game and it's like fun and you want to do it.
But the thing is, okay, let's talk about video games for a second here. And you can talk to my wife about this, but when I start playing video games, I get hyper focused on it. All I want to do is play this game.
Yeah.
She walks out, I'm playing it. She wakes up, I'm playing it. It's like, aren't you supposed to be working? Yeah, but I'm playing this game right now.
Yeah, I'll get to it later.
All my responsibilities go away for a second. It's like, oh, I got to do my taxes. No, later. I need to do this game first. What's happening? You showing me a timer? Oh, for spoilers? Okay, sure. So that's what's happened with this game, The Last of Us Part 2. And let me tell you, I'm hooked, and I've been playing this game all the time.
Yes.
What can I say? Spoiler alert, I was shocked.
Okay.
I have to stay quiet.
Hang on, wait. What I want to do is I just want to understand first off where you're at in the game, because you haven't finished yet, right?
No, I haven't finished the game. I would say I'm actually at the midpoint of the game.
Okay.
And how I know that, because it was the point when, what's it called? Ellie was trying to look for Abby. And they went to the aquarium and she couldn't. And they're like, okay, whatever, let's just go home. And then Abby busts into the aquarium.
Yeah.
And is about to shoot Ellie. And then it cuts. I literally dropped my controller on the table and I was like, I'm done. I'm going to need a break. This is the end of the episode. I need to take a second. And I did. I was like, before I was like, I need to play. I need to get to Ellie, to Abby. And then once that moment hit, it hit so hard. I was like, yep, I need to take some time off just so I can like soak everything that's been happening.
So,
yeah.
Sorry, just a question. You have not actually gone past that moment. You just paused.
Yeah, I know what happens in the next moment because it just like put it at me there. Like, I think it's little Abby when she's tiny and she's like in the woods or something. I'm kind of, yeah. And so that's as far as I gotten, but now I'm ready to go into the rest and to find out, because I've been trying to hunt down Abby for the longest time.
Yeah.
And the way that I see it is like this is the midpoint, right? Of the game.
Yeah. So you're thinking we'll do like a little Abby mission and then we're going to get right back into Ellie and get back into
this is what I think. I think the first half was a lot of Ellie and seeing how far she'll go to have revenge against Abby. And now we're almost pivoting to a little bit of Abby and we're going to see her side of the story and get some more insight so that at the very end in the third act, we'll have both of them clashing together in some weird way. And there's a lot of flashbacks that happen with Ellie, especially because we lose a big character, and the fact that we get to have flashbacks that reintroduce that character again is nice. So do I still think it's going to be Ellie heavy? Maybe, but I wouldn't be mad if we took a turn with Abby as well.
Can I listen? I'm not going to spoil too much. Okay. But I need you to understand how this conversation is going to go. Okay. Like for the rest of this game. And so you can get on the game and start it up tonight right after we talk. And I'm not really spoiling. Okay. You're about to experience one of the most jarring shifts in the entire like video game industry. No.
People talk about this. People talk about how
that's what I'm questioning, because I'm like, how much does Luis actually know just from like the zeitgeist of it all? You know what I mean?
I know there were people who were complaining, I think, about this, like what's about to happen.
This is the moment, and that's what I want to talk about, this is the moment where you as the player, Luis, okay?
Yeah.
You will either appreciate what's about to happen or you will fall into that camp of, I fucking hate this. Okay. And it's just very simple, just like math. You know what I mean? You're either going to go one way or the other on it. And I'm not trying to spoil too much. Okay. For me, this is where the game really solidified itself as like one of the greatest games I've ever played. Okay. The way they tell the story as a whole. Okay. I really feel like in this next chunk, you're either going to get it or you don't. Okay. Yeah. When I texted you like 2 years ago about some sort of Abby news, it's a joke now, but you messaged me back and you were like, who's Abby? And I was like, oh man, dude, I just can't even get into it with you if you're not going to watch or play this game. But why don't we, instead of talking about what's going to happen, let's talk about what you've experienced so far. This is spoilers not only for the game, but for potentially the series coming up as well.
Yeah.
How did you feel about one of the biggest moments of the game so far?
Jaw dropped. I was not ready for that moment at all.
Did you know that it was coming?
No, I didn't. I didn't know it was coming at all.
This is the one. Ed, hang on.
Ed,
okay.
Wait.
Text him and just be like, not yet. Okay.
No, I didn't expect it. And it didn't get a visceral reaction. And I sent you a text separately, and I sent a text to somebody else, and I was like, I'm ready to murder.
No, I remember when I saw that, I was like, okay, good. And every time you send me, like, there's kind of like chapters, and every time you text me, I'm like, okay, I know where he is. That he's going on this journey.
Go ahead. Are you going to say something?
I was going to just spoil it. This is spoilers.
Spoilers.
Last of Us Part 2 game,
Spoilers.
TV show. Don't listen. Skip. Joel dies. Okay.
What the fuck? Yeah.
All right.
Brutally.
Yeah. And this was one of those moments where you really experience it through Abby's point of view and Ellie's point of view. And
because he saves her. He saves her, and then she fucking turns around and kills him.
Okay, so you play as Abby, and that's what you're saying is in the gameplay, you randomly run into Joel, and he
not randomly.
saves you.
I'm running for my life, and I love those moments in the game when it's just like, just run, and instinctively, I just have to find a direction and go. And for some reason, it works every time.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna have to jump here. Okay, I think this is where I go.
Something
you're
beautiful.
going off instincts, and then I see, and then I am like I feel like saved when I see him. I was like, oh my god, here's the hero that that has saved me in the past.
As a player of the games, you go, oh, thank God it's Joel.
Thank God he's come and he's going to kick some. He's going to and
I need him in this moment.
And that when he arrives and does that, I'm like, it's uplifting. I'm like, we saved now, Abby. We saved, you know. we're okay.
I can't wait to play this game.
We're okay now, you know.
But there's such a great moment when him and Tommy show up at their mansion or whatever, and I think it was Joel who goes, "You guys act like you know who we are."
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And that is the moment that if you play the game, you just know, oh fuck, it's about to get terrible.
Yeah, when they start circling around them, I'm like, what is happening?
And you think about it like you sent a joke about like, this guy's haircut is so fresh or whatever, but I was like, bro, this entire crew is about to fuck you up, dude. Like, you're making jokes. But no, this is why I'm kind of worried about the TV show, because what you're talking about so far in the game, this is where it brought in a lot of the hate and the vitriol, okay, of the whole community, was this character, the characters we play.
No, I'm going to have to this is an incredible follow-up to another video game. We talk about Ragnarok. We talk about Spider-Man 2. This is by far not this is completing a new story. You know what I mean? I feel like the way that it's telling it, it's completely necessary, because now it's further taking that theme of how far would you go for somebody that you
absolutely love. And the whole thing is when this game came out, people were like, but it was like, are you paying attention to the story?
It's a toxicity of that love that they even tried to do in the first. And listen, if you're going to do it again, you have to raise the stakes.
They're treating Joel like Batman. You know what I mean? Like they want Batman, but it's like, that's not what this story is.
That's not what this is about.
I mean, this isn't some main character syndrome. You know what I mean?
And there's not even that many. I would say I haven't faced as many infected as I did in the first one, but that also. I'm not playing this game to fight infected. You know what I
want to talk about something that was very clear to me from the very first footage of The Last of Us Part 2, the game. Okay.
Yeah.
It was like a PS4 event back in got to be 7 years ago by now. They did a first reveal of The Last of Us Part 2. And it was the live audience reaction. I'll link it down below. I'll send it to you. Okay. So you can actually see it. And it was the first reveal, and it was the camera pans up to a stop sign, and it's got the Firefly logo painted on it. And everyone was like, oh shit, it's The Last of Us. And then they cut to a cabin, and as you're going through the cabin, you're seeing all this blood-stained violence, people are dead, and you go, okay, it's the bad guys.
Oh.
And then the character that comes into frame the most is in this doorway with light behind him, so it's angelic, and it's Joel, and you know it's Joel because he stands there, he says the line, but you don't see his face. It's white light behind him, and when the camera pans, you finally see Ellie, and she's playing the guitar covered in blood, and he's like, what are you gonna do? And she's like, I'm gonna kill them all. And to me, that was the story right then and there. Yeah. They were telling you exactly what you're going to see. And yet, when it happened in the game, people were shocked. You know what I mean? And it just felt like, did you miss the cues? Because it just feels like this is what the story is.
Right. I think it is. purposefully shocking, and it's supposed to be. I think
Yes.
it's supposed to take you out. I think you're supposed to feel the feelings that I felt, and I've been trying to hunt her down, and I haven't, and it's been infuriating. And even when she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna have to go back home because I have this person that I love who is pregnant, and I don't want her to die, and I have to at this moment finally give up my obsession and help
Luis,
her go home."
I cannot wait to talk about the second half of this game. Okay, so I need you to wrap it up. Okay, because it's impartial. It's not there yet. You know what I mean? Like when you have both pieces, I'll be able to fully explain to you how I feel about the scope of the story. Okay. And this is what has me so excited about season 2 and also so worried, because the people that hated this second game, I'm curious to see how that's going to feel in the live action television show.
I mean, ooh, I cannot wait till till movie, like TV goers watch it who haven't played.
It's not even just the one moment in the beginning. It's the shift. It's the split. It's how do we feel about these characters?
Well, I feel like what I just did was ended on season 2, and now I'm gonna go into season 3.
So that's absolutely how they're probably going to do this game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As far as the TV show. So yeah, we'll have
they're going to do 2 seasons of this game. And again, I mean, the way it transitions into this part of the storytelling is like not missing a beat. They do a really good job of making it feel like, because I have only played this recently, I played the last game, like last year, or I don't remember, like very recently. And it doesn't feel like time has passed in between the two. You know what I mean? It feels like they were released both at the same time, which has been great because I was able to experience it through like the PS5 remaster remake. So I've experienced it through the highest of fidelity
that you can.
That you can. And it's been great. And it's so fun to play on other games and then see what I'm missing out on. And there are moments though, Miguel, you've been playing Fortnite, and sometimes I try to use Fortnite tactics to get out of situations. A lot of people in Fortnite jump a lot to miss bullets, and so as Ellie, I'm like jumping the bullets, but it's not working.
No, baby, no.
And then I run.
I will say, can I tell you? I want to hint at something without trying to give too much away.
Okay.
I don't care about the story aspect. Okay.
You want to talk about the game?
I want to talk about the game itself.
Okay. I got things I got to talk about the game too.
I'm sorry. I'm going to foreshadow something for you. Okay. Without giving too much away. Okay.
Okay.
The second half of the game has the scariest level of the entire game.
Okay.
Okay. There's a little bit of a taste of it in the first half, but it's the second half that I feel like is we're going to have a conversation as far as like scariest moment of the game.
So like each level, it's not just a repeat of levels. And I understand when people are like, oh, Spider-Man 2 feels like every level is the same. You know what I mean? You're just kind of repeating the same thing again.
Interesting.
And here, it clicked when I was doing this fucking underwater fight, and I was like, this fucking rocks. I was basically swimming underneath
in like the sewer level or whatever.
I had to take the boat. I had to take the boat to go to the Ferris wheel. So I get there and I'm like, oh my God, I can just swim underneath, pop a trap mine, which let me just say, the trap mine is my go-to fucking favorite weapon. I use it all the time. I use it all because those fucking dogs, they're terrible. They come at me all the time. So what I do is I leave a little trap mine, and then I scoot away, and that dog is going to catch my scent, and I hope it does. To be honest, I hope you catch my scent, because right when him and his little owner come in, boom, explosion. And then other people start flocking, and baby, I'm already on the other side. I've scooted around. I proned my way to the right. I'm putting another trap mine there, and I'm just trap mining these people until I can finally just bow and arrow them. And I love, and there was an upgrade where like you can build 2 trap mines for the price of 1. And I was like, hell yeah. And I used all my pill subscriptions to get that. But the fights, the underwater fight, the fucking waves, when I'm like swimming through the waves and I lose and I jump out of the boat to the aquarium. There's a moment when the waves are literally thrashing my body, and in my mind, I'm like, oh, Luis, you have to dip down when the waves come in so you don't get damaged. And I was like, that's what you learn as a kid, right? When the waves come in, you go down and you don't get hit. Yeah. And so as I'm playing it, I'm like, all of these things come into play. And like the thunderstorm sounds so good. The waves look so awesome. I mean, there was like this big boy fight that I had where he comes out of nowhere. I love the surprises when you think you're doing something and out of nowhere something else happens. And so you have to be like, oh shit, let's go, which makes you keep all your resources intact. Like I never use my resources if I can. I'm always stocked up on trap mines, Molotov cocktails, and medication back.
That's
like
hilarious.
Med kits.
My playthrough now, because I've played it so many times, is you can go through and you can like unlock gameplay modifications.
Yeah.
And I unlock full ammo, full crafting, full melee, full whatever.
Oh, unstoppable?
Yeah, basically unstoppable.
Oh, okay, so you're God mode then.
Because I've played the game so many times, I'm like, I'm trying to get through this level. You know what I mean? No, dude, Luis, I listen, I don't want to overtalk it, but I do.
I want to overtalk it. I feel like I could keep talking about this game.
Okay. I just want to say that the second half of the game is going to put it all into perspective, and we're going to have like a full picture of the gameplay style that you're going for. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Listen, trap mines. Okay. I got a blubber boy coming at me. I got those big boys. 2 trap mines. Pop. Molotov cocktail, pop, shotgun.
Did you do that level where Ellie's like young? They do the flashback, and then the whatever monster bursts through the wall and gets her in like the cabin hotel area. Oh man, maybe that's the second.
I don't know. That's okay. I don't think I had, but I do remember when I was playing. It was trying to go back in time as me, a little Ellie and Joel. I don't know if you felt this way. But I felt like the graphics in some way looked a little bit older on purpose.
Oh, well, that could be
because I thought that was like, what a clever way of making me feel
like you're in the old game.
The old game was like, it didn't keep up with those graphics. It kept with the other ones. Yeah. And so like just the way the water was falling on their hair.
Interesting. Okay.
I was like, I feel like this is when I played the first one, and it was, I don't know if it was, but it was very effective in that way. But I love the different fighting scenarios that I get into. The scabs are very scary. The dogs are very scary.
You met like that cult by now.
The scars or whatever.
Yeah. That's such a good,
when they're whistling, when you hear the whistling all around, it's scary. And
you know, it's great.
If you have the scars with the dogs, I'm done. Like I'm dead.
I've played this game a lot, and there's like the level when you first, as Ellie, meet the scars. Yeah. Which, by the way,
comes out of nowhere as well. You don't even know it. You get hit by an arrow.
You get that arrow. Yeah, dude. I tell you what. No matter how many times I played it, I've gone this, I've gone that way, I've gone left, right, center. You always get hit in the same spot. I didn't even want to say this, but the TV show, I cannot wait for the scars to be introduced, because it's like they're a whole third like element to the gameplay. And I just think series wise, it's going to be a lot of fun. The shift you're about to feel is so important that I don't want to keep talking the
conversation
about
it until we do the shift.
It is something that I have to talk about as a whole, and I'm just like, maybe next week or the week after we'll talk about it.
I'm glad I stepped away, because I got to a point where I was just kind of rushing through them all, like not in a bad way.
No,
and I'm trying to relish in them as much as I can, and you really are forced to relish, because you can't just go in there bombs ablazing, like guns ablazing. No. So I was eating it up a lot. I was like, okay, let me just take a second and restart. And now I feel like I'm ready to go back into it.
What's great is, as far as Ellie's journey, is you're really feeling like a progression in this first half. Like you feel her like this Joel energy, this going after Tommy energy, this leaving Adina, excuse me.
Yeah.
And then like when she runs into, I'm blanking on his name.
Jesse.
You know what I mean? Like there is kind of an arc there, like all before Abby really comes back into the storyline.
There's a lot of mini arcs before you get to that final point. Yeah.
And like that last level being in the boat in the, you know what I mean?
It did feel, at first I was like, okay, I was supposed to go to this place. Now that wasn't it. So I'm supposed to go somewhere else. I feel like you're just like,
if you're rushing the story, I get that. Like why you feel like, oh, we're doing this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's kind of what Ellie's feeling. You know what I mean? I have to hurry. I have to get to Tommy. I have to end this.
And sometimes like some games, I'm always like, okay, I'm just going to go through the story mode. Like, I'm not doing side missions. I'm not doing any of this. And here, anytime I land somewhere new, I'm like, okay, I have to search everything because I know my life depends on it. Like
I will say,
I'm proning, I'm finding pills. I need to be my best.
You need to do that. That is kind of like, it's not rushing the gameplay. You do, for mechanics wise, you do need to get all these things. You know what I mean?
And I'm playing it right now as like the middle ground or whatever.
Yeah.
The only thing I've adjusted is my resources. Mm-hmm. I made that more accessible. So that's the only thing.
Which, for your first game, smart. Absolutely.
I'm not, I need those resources because I remember the first time I played it, I was like, I had like 2 shotgun shells and I was like, well, the first 2 I missed. Oof. And now the third one I finally got it. And now
you better hope you can hit him.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, I guess I'll have to, yeah.
Well, we need to talk more later. I don't want to keep Ed waiting. Okay. Ed.
There you go.
He's
Welcome
back,
buddy.
Ed, I'm sorry about that, man.
No worries.
I could have kept going, but Miguel told me I had to stop. I have to keep.
You guys talk about it after I get off or whatever. You know, I can tell you guys want to talk about it. I don't want to interrupt that.
Ed, no, you should. Ed, I wish you could play this game.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day we'll lock you down in a room.
Yeah.
You guys. What a dog shit episode. Don't ever listen to me do a topic ever again, okay?
No, we had fun. It was good.
Poor Ed stayed throughout this whole thing just for the outro. Thank you, Ed.
Yeah. You guys could have gotten rid of me ages ago and still been talking.
It was nice having you in the room, like a pet. You know what I mean? It's just like I like to be next to my pet. It feels nice. It was nice having you in the room. I'm not mean that in a bad way.
You're selling it, bro. Oh my god!
Ed, it was
comforting to see you eat. Well,
yeah, that was me.
Oh. Wow, my self-esteem just like boosted.
Ed, I just want you to know we had to kick you off because if this game spoils the TV show for you, because you're not going to play the game, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need you to enjoy the show.
That's what I was saying.
We need you to experience it.
Talk about all the spoilers and stuff, but just leave me out of it.
Anyway, as we wrap up tonight, Godzilla -1. Ed, your top 25 favorite moments. Let's go.
Godzilla -1?
No, fuck it. I'm just being silly. I'm so tired.
I do want to show you guys my new shirt, by the way. Our good friend Bryce Perkins got me this for Christmas.
Oh, I love that.
For our listeners, I got a t-shirt. As everybody knows, I'm a big fan of Hook.
And t-shirts.
And t-shirts. But I'm also a big fan of Arrested Development. And the shirt is Buster, who loses his hand and replaces it with a hook. And yeah, it's just him with the font of Hook. So that was pretty cool. Shout out to Bryce. Thanks for that. I thought you guys would appreciate it because you guys watch Arrested Development, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I actually, before we get out of here, I just wanted to show you my shirt. It's actually Annette Bening I'm
100% getting you an Annette Bening t-shirt next year.
She's my number one actress.
Apparently. We'll have to.
All right, guys. That's it for this week's episode.
By all means, keep talking about The Last of Us, and I'll
tune in next week. We'll do some more nerd shit. We'll talk about the news. We'll have a feature discussion. We'll talk about what we're into. We'll see how far I've gotten into The Last of Us. And until then, it's been me, Luis Gonzalez. With me's been
Miguel Sanchez
and
Ed Bull.
And until next time,
can we go back to Later Gators?
All right,
Later Gators.
Later Gators. Would you like that one?
Kind of.
Okay.